Amphibious vehicles have fascinated inventors, engineers, and enthusiasts for decades. Though they've existed in various forms, especially in military and specialized rescue applications, these dual-terrain machines remain unfamiliar to many. What makes them so intriguing is their unique ability to traverse both land and water, combining the features of a boat and a car into a single, versatile vehicle. This hybrid mobility concept isn't just cool on paper, it offers real-world advantages in specific environments. But it takes serious skill, innovation, and dedication to build one from scratch. That's exactly what Donn has done, and in this video, we follow his journey of designing and constructing his own custom amphibious vehicle, an impressive display of engineering craftsmanship, creativity, and mechanical genius. From the very first frame, the video pulls you into Donn's world. The setting is humble, but the vision is anything but. Unlike mass-produced amphibious vehicles, Donn's creation is a personal project, entirely self-built, with careful thought given to every weld, every bolt, and every design element. It's the kind of DIY project that requires a deep understanding of multiple disciplines, including mechanics, fluid dynamics, welding, fabrication, and of course, a whole lot of patience. Watching Donn work through each phase is both educational and inspiring. The video begins with a concept sketch and a basic framework. Donn doesn't rely on pre-made kits or parts from existing amphibious vehicles. Instead, he builds much of the chassis and body from raw materials. The first challenge is to build a frame that's strong enough to support the vehicle on land, but also light and sealed well enough to float and function on water. Throughout the early stages, Donn explains his choice of materials, including why certain metals or shapes are more appropriate for the dual demands of terrain and buoyancy. What stands out immediately is Donn's resourcefulness. Many parts used in the build are repurposed from old machines, scrap engines, worn-out transmissions, and mismatched axles find new life in his workshop. It's not just about saving money, it's about maximizing utility from what's available, a core principle in DIY engineering. His ingenuity shows how accessible such an ambitious project can be for those with enough determination. As the build progresses, the video covers every major aspect of construction. Suspension is a key focus. Unlike typical off-road vehicles, amphibious cars need a system that can handle rough terrain but also retract or adapt when the vehicle transitions into the water. Donn crafts a hybrid suspension setup that maintains stability without adding excessive weight. The integration of the drivetrain is another technical highlight. He manages to combine a basic gasoline engine with a system that powers both the wheels and a marine-style propeller. It's this dual propulsion setup that truly makes the vehicle amphibious. Of course, propulsion in water is an entirely different challenge compared to land. Simply sealing a vehicle isn't enough, it has to be hydrodynamic to move efficiently in water. Donn designs a rear-mounted propeller system connected to a shaft drive. The video shows his process of crafting the propeller guard and modifying gear ratios for better torque while floating. Watching the vehicle move seamlessly from dirt path to pond is a satisfying payoff for all the complex engineering and trial and error leading up to it. Steering is another system that has to be optimized for both mediums. On land, conventional steering mechanisms like a rack and pinion system work well, but in water, rudder-based steering or directional thrust becomes necessary. Donn improvises by building a rudder connected to the propeller housing, offering directional control once afloat. This hybrid steering solution adds another layer of versatility to the build. The hull of the vehicle is perhaps the most difficult part to design. It needs to be airtight, lightweight, and resistant to corrosion. Donn builds the body using custom-cut metal sheets, welding each panel carefully to avoid leaks. The video gives special attention to the waterproofing process, using marine-grade sealants, strategically placed bulkheads, and flotation aids to ensure the vehicle remains buoyant even in choppy water. One of the most impressive details is how he conducts multiple float tests during the build, adjusting and refining the shape based on real-world performance. Inside, Donn doesn't skip on comfort or usability. While this isn't a luxury build, the interior is functional and surprisingly well thought out. Basic bucket seats, a custom dashboard with dual-mode controls, and essential gauges make it clear that this vehicle is meant to be used, not just displayed. Safety is also prioritized, with Donn installing a roll bar, emergency shutoff switches, and proper ventilation for engine heat. When it comes time for the test drive, the results are nothing short of remarkable. Donn's vehicle handles uneven terrain with ease, climbing small hills and powering through muddy tracks like an ATV. The transition into water is smooth. He drives into a shallow pond, lifts the drive wheels, and shifts to marine propulsion mode. Within moments, the vehicle is gliding across the surface, making gentle ripples in its wake. The thrill of seeing a self-built machine conquer both land and water is contagious, and viewers can't help but admire the innovation and hard work that made it possible. Throughout the video, Donn's calm narration and hands-on demonstrations make complex mechanics accessible. His explanations are clear, and he often pauses to share lessons learned, design mistakes, and solutions that might help others attempting similar builds. This transparency is what makes the video so valuable, not just as a piece of entertainment, but as an educational resource for anyone curious about engineering, mechanics, or DIY vehicle design. In a world where off-the-shelf products dominate, Donn's amphibious vehicle reminds us of the value of hands-on skill and independent innovation. Building a vehicle that drives like a car and floats like a boat is no small task. It's a testament to what's possible when passion meets practical knowledge. The beauty of Donn's work isn't just in the final product, it's in the process, the mistakes, the improvisations, the late nights in the garage, and the pure joy of creation. Beyond just showcasing a cool machine, this video also raises broader questions about mobility, sustainability, and the future of personal transport. Amphibious vehicles could offer real solutions in flood-prone regions, island communities, or during natural disasters. While Donn's build is primarily for fun and exploration, it echoes larger conversations about adaptability in design and the creative use of technology. There's also an artistic element to the build. The vehicle's form, function, and fabrication come together as a reflection of Donn's personality. It's not mass-produced or perfect in a commercial sense, but it's filled with character, clever engineering, and authenticity. Every weld tells a story, every scratch shows the journey. In a way, the vehicle becomes more than a machine, it's a symbol of perseverance, innovation, and the human desire to conquer new frontiers. The comments section under the video is flooded with admiration. Viewers express amazement at Donn's skills, ask technical questions, and even share their own DIY experiences. It's not just a video, it's a community of makers and dreamers, inspired by what's possible when you refuse to be limited by conventional tools or thinking. In the age of automation and mass production, builds like Donn's amphibious vehicle serve as a reminder of the power of manual craftsmanship. It's a tribute to curiosity, creativity, and problem-solving. Whether you're a gearhead, an engineer, or just someone who appreciates human ingenuity, this video is a masterclass in applied mechanics and imaginative thinking. It's not about perfection, it's about pushing boundaries, learning by doing, and turning wild ideas into working reality. So, if you've ever dreamed of building your own machine or exploring uncharted terrain, let this video be your motivation. Donn didn't just build a vehicle, he built a vision, and brought it to life one bolt at a time. Watch the video, see the process, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be inspired to start a bold project of your own.